Hi everyone, I know it's been a while since I last recorded a video here, but I kind of wanted to update you guys a bit about my life. So, I don't really remember what I said in my last video actually, but well, I have moved to Ireland. Um, Basically, I got a job here. I would say it's a relatively good job, even though it's a bit stressful. Actually, quite stressful to be honest. But yeah, it's not too bad, let's say. Um, yeah, so basically, I moved to Ireland. I have a job here, so a lot of things, a lot of things happened in my life since then. So I would say that's why I've been quite offline here on this channel. But that's it. Um, but I actually wanted to talk about today. I wanted to record this video to talk about a bit of a problem, a bit of an issue that I've been dealing with in Ireland since I moved here. So basically, I used to study law in my country of origin, Brazil. And let's say I had a very personal reason to move to Europe. Currently living in Ireland, and I'm not going to talk about this reason in this video, but maybe in the future. But yeah, and in Brazil, I used to study in a public university, quite a good university. Everything was free. I actually also had like grants, scholarships. I had help from the government, and I also had like a card that I could use to go to college, to go to university. So basically, everything was free. Um, and I thought that it wouldn't be that hard, it wouldn't be that difficult to study in Europe because I have European citizenship, I have Portuguese citizenship, so it shouldn't be that difficult. At least that's what I thought. And last year, I think, no, I don't think, I'm pretty sure I recorded a video about that. I applied for a university in the Netherlands, a Dutch university, um, to study a course related to something that I love, which is language. And I really dreamed about becoming a teacher, something like that. And okay, but due to some housing issues in the Netherlands, basically they are having a very strong housing shortage there, so it's been really hard for people even to find a room there, to find apartment house. It's been really difficult there. I had to give up, unfortunately. So I got this job here and I started to work, and I've been saving some money for my future to decide what I'll be doing next. Um, but I was thinking, hmm, okay, maybe I can study in Ireland. And I don't know if I've mentioned that in my previous videos, but basically I can't study in Ireland. Um, well, basically my European citizenship, my Portuguese citizenship is completely useless in this country. Basically, they want you to have lived at least 3 years, or yeah, I think it's 3 years, about 3 years, to be able to be eligible to apply for European fees. So basically, I'm completely forced to apply as an international student, which makes my European citizenship extremely useless, very useless. I can't use it here. Um, I mean, at least for studying. Um, yeah, so basically, I would be forced to pay fees, um, tuition fees, as an international student, which is quite expensive. At least for the course that I was interested to, I would have to pay over, I think it's about um, 20,000 euros a year, which for me is a lot of money. I wouldn't pay that, especially because, for example, in the course that I was admitted to for that university in the Netherlands, I would have to pay about 2,000 euros. So, you know, 2,000 euros to 20,000 euros is a bit of a difference, wouldn't you say? And in Brazil, it's 100% free, so it's just crazy. Um, and basically, I've been living in Europe before. I think for 2 years, 2 years and a bit. And in any case, I wouldn't been able like to apply to study here as a European quite soon because they want you to have like uh, some kind of tax statement where you prove that you've been working here or doing something like that. And I haven't. I got a job quite recently, so you know, and yeah, and it's ridiculous because people they like people get unemployed and that's life. And yeah, basically I got very sad about that because I think I'm intelligent, I'm clever, I would say that I'm not stupid. I think I'm a bit clever, intelligent, smart because I actually I'm currently working with English and French, and neither of them are my native language. My native tongue is Portuguese. I've been studying Italian, some Dutch, some German as well. I studied some German in the past, and I I used to study law in Brazil, which is not um, an easy program, I would say. So I think it's a bit unfair for people who hold, European citizenships, but nationalities, but just because they haven't lived in Europe, they haven't worked in Europe for 3 years, not be able to go to university, it's a bit too much. It's a bit ridiculous, I would say. So, no. Actually, since I moved to Ireland, even though in financial terms my life has been doing better, definitely. It's a bit depressing. Ireland's quite nice, people are very nice, but it kind of rains all the time here, and it's always grey, and that makes me a bit down, to be honest. And to become even worse, I basically can't study here. I'm not willing to pay loads of money for a university. No, I'm not, definitely not. So yeah, I just wanted to a bit to expose the situation here, how this country is unfair with people who hold European nationality, but they still have this crazy criteria, have lived like many years here to be able to be European visa. Otherwise, you're considered an international. It makes your citizenship very disposable, very useless, I would say. And that's it. I think I will try to be a bit more online here, record more videos, and I thank very much for watching. Please leave any comments in the comment sections. Thanks so much. Bye bye.